So you can see we got our truck set up, it's clearly marked humanitarian aid, and we're set up in the circus area of Moldova. And Moldova is such a contrast. This is a Mercedes AMG GLC 63S. This is a hot rod of a car and so expensive, yet it's kind of an abandoned parking lot. And this is where we're setting up aid delivery. Just the sheer juxtaposition of it is just incredible to me. Now you can see behind me, that's the old circus, from the Soviet era. And the reason we're here is we set up a couple of times a week in this area, and we notify refugee families to come and get food aid. We use technology, group chats, WhatsApp group chats, Google Forms, get them signed up so we understand how many members in their family, how much food to give them, how often they're coming to us to get aid. And then we set up in here and the families come. Now it's important to know who the families are. It's women and children that have fled the war. And look, the war is really ugly. Missile strikes, attacks on civilian infrastructure, taking away people's access to clean drinking water. And the folks that stayed behind are mostly the elderly and then the men to fight the war. So the women and children are here. It's just insanity. Families are ripped apart. And then the parents, they think that when they split the family and mom and the kids get here, well, everything's going to be okay, but it's not. Because they struggled. Moldova is the poorest nation in the region by far. Its GDP and its output is really low by comparison to its Western European neighbors. And the country's actually torn, right? Part of the country, a good chunk of it, probably the majority, wants to move towards Europe. They want to be part of the European Union. In fact, they even sent soldiers to fight in Afghanistan. They really want to be part of it. And then there's sections of Moldova that don't want. There's this part of it called Transnistria, which is really Russian speaking and pro-Russian, and they're an autonomous region, right? Now, even recently, what's happened there, the gas has been shut off. So the power that comes into Transnistria is gone. It's off. It's cold there. People are trying to use electric now to heat, but they're so used to the gas because it was provided for free from Gazprom. In fact, what would happen, the Russians would give them free gas. They would use that gas to generate electricity in a local plant that they'd sell to the Europeans and the Moldovan side that was pro-Europe. But now that's shut down. So the impact on that local economy is catastrophic. And there's Ukrainian refugees that speak Russian that are even there, and they're affected even more. But across this country, there are refugees in need. In the city, they have better access to resources because of food programs like ours and other programs, but they're rapidly dwindling. So it's here that we set up to distribute aid in a place that really needs it because families are in desperate need of assistance.